Hey guys, Geno Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land, whatever part of the world that you are in. Okay, today we're going to smoke our buckskins. Smoking the hide will help preserve it, and the creosote and the tannins and so on in the smoke itself will penetrate the hide, and that will help preserve it. Like when it gets wet, it won't get stiff again permanently. It'd be like a pair of good leather gloves. When your leather gloves get wet, they stiffen up a little bit, but then you just work them a little bit and they loosen right back up. That's what the smoke does for the buckskin. It's another preservative, and it also helps not weatherproof it, but make it weather resistant. That way, if it does get wet, it'll loosen itself right back up. First thing that I did was I got a bucket of the punky wood that we get from over by the splitter. What is punky wood? Punky wood comes from a tree that's been down on the ground for a while. You can see around the edges how it's starting to rot. And that punk wood will just come right off, and it's the real spongy stuff that breaks up real easy. And it'll hold a little bit of dampness really well. And you'll know if you can just knock it right off like that it's good punk wood. And that's what I'm using over here in my bucket. Like I said, it'll hold a dampness, and that's what we're going to use to create the smoke. In our smoke barrel here, this is the barrel that we use for our smokehouse, our little smoke shack. We just unhooked it from the smoke shack to where it comes out of the top. I'm going to build a fire in there and let it burn down to where it's a good smoldering coals, because I don't really want heat, I just want smoke. So coals and punk wood will keep that fire smoldering enough to where it'll create a lot of smoke. And then you see we just built a basic little tripod out of some sticks, lash it up the top, and then up at the top I got just a little pulley with one of them big paper clips. Just got one of them big paper clips on it that I will use to hang the hide right above where it comes out at, the smoke comes out at. Now what I did with the hide, and all you traditionalists out there, get ready to hate on me, because I didn't want to take the time to sew the hide into a sock and to sew the heat shield, which I'm using an old pillowcase. Sacrificed an old pillowcase, we trimmed off the edge. And then what I did was I just used paper clips to make my sock. That way I don't have to sew it. I just push my two pieces of hide together and paper clip them together. Like I said, this is not how the ancient Indians did it. I'm quite sure they didn't use paper clips, but this is what I'm going to do, so that I'm not very good at sewing, and I don't really want to take all the time that it's going to take to sew it all together. So I use paper clips to make my big sock out of. And the whole goal of this is to get smoke into the hide. It's not to a sewing contest, who can grow and sew the greatest sock and all that kind of stuff. I feel like this is going to work out good, and we'll see. So once I get my coals done, then I will take this over to where the smoke comes out of the barrel, and I'll put this thick part down around it, and we will tie a string around it, because it's not going to be hot. Remember, it's not going to be a hot fire. It's just going to be a smoky fire. So we'll put this around to where the smoke comes out, lash it down, hang it up, and let the smoke start coming up through everything. Yeah, it may take a little bit longer for this particular hide to smoke all the way through, because I use paper clips and there's going to be smoke leaks everywhere. But I don't care. The end result is going to be smoke in the hide, and that's what I want. So once I get this thing burned down where I can start hanging everything up, then we'll show you how we hang it up, and once it's hung up and all that kind of stuff, and we'll go to the next step, which will start putting some of this punk wood on to make a lot of smoke and start smoking. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, you can see we've burned the fire way down to where it's just pretty much a bed of coals with a couple of smaller sticks on there. It's producing some good heat. I can hold my hand up over where the smoke is coming out, and it's not hot. It's not going to burn anything. It's warm, but it's not hot. So I'm going to get ready to hang up the hide, and we'll see what we can accomplish. See if we can't make something that looks pretty. Oh, knock everything out of the way. So let me get my clip here. Clip it onto the top here. Run it up to about where I need it. Give it a quick tie. Now I got another piece of string. so that I can put this pillowcase or sock that I'm using around this and kind of lash it down over there so that the smoke goes up through rather than around. And of course, nothing works right when the camera's on. Give that just a little knot right there. And now we will sit here and babysit our hide. Kind of fluff it open a little bit where the smoke can come up through it. And we'll keep our fire under close watch. Now is the time we just kind of sit here and we tend our fire. You can see that there's a little bit of smoke coming out from some of the holes and stuff, but I think that's going to be okay. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. We'll just keep taking this semi-damp punky wood here and a little bit at a time, add it onto our bed of coals to create some smoke. This barrel also has a damper right here that I can adjust back and forth as I need to. Close it up to choke off some air, open it up to give it a little bit more air. And we'll just sit here and let it smoke. And we'll keep you guys posted as we go along through it. And you know, I may get a paper clip every once in a while if I see a big hole and try to poke up a big hole. But other than that, now we're going to smoke it for, I don't know, it'll be a couple hours probably until we're done. So grab a cup of coffee. Or Reuben, grab a PBR. PBR right there, man. And let the smoke do its job. So we'll catch up with you guys here in a little bit. Now keep in mind, I am by no means an expert. I am not a mountain dude. I'm not any kind of stuff like that. This is just how I'm doing it. If you're looking for a how-to, you got the wrong dude. This is how I'm doing mine. So we'll let her smoke, and we'll get back with you in a little bit. Okay guys, as you can probably hear in the background, the wind kicked up on me, so all I did was I took an old tarp and wrapped it around my tripod here to keep the wind from pushing the hide to the side and stuff. Another good reason to use a tripod setup, that way if the wind does kick up on you, you can just throw a tarp over. And my roommate, Mary, she said, you know, why are you using paper clips? I said, I'm holding the hide together. She said, well, why not just use these push pins instead of the paper clips? So I'm going to start using now, I'm going to use these push pins instead of sewing it or using paper clips. The next one that I do, I'll use these little push pins in order to hold it together. That's a pretty good idea. I thought it was a pretty good idea. I never claimed to be smart, folks. I just claimed to get stuff done. So note to self, from now on I will use the push pins rather than paper clips. That's pretty cool. So anyway, we're about a half hour or so into the smoking process. And I am going to, here in a little bit, pull it down and try to turn it inside out. And then I'll smoke it again on the other side for the same amount of time, 45 minutes to an hour, and keep it going. Well, there you go, guys. We pulled it off of the smoker. You can see we got some areas that are darker, some areas that are lighter. But for the most part, it looks pretty nice. It started out this color here is like the same thing as this buckskin here, which we're getting ready to do this one here next. The push pins definitely work better than the paper clips. No, I don't know. So that's what I'm going to use from now on is the push pins. And now this stuff now is, like I say, it's not waterproof, but it is water and weather resistant. And if it does get wet, it may stiffen up just a little bit, but it'll be easily, just from wearing it, it'll break itself right back out. So that's my understanding anyway. So there you have it. It has been really cool to watch this process. Now this stuff is ready to go in and start making things out of. That'll be the next video that we make. We will start making items. We're going to make probably those trapper style hats and mittens and stuff that we can sell and trade. We've already got most of them spoken for. If I have anything left, I will let everybody know. So there you have it. Now we're going to start working on this one, and we've got some more to do. You know, it's been a long process, but it has been really cool to watch it turn into something that's usable. And I like it. If I can do it, you guys can totally do it, man. So it's not that easy. It just takes a lot of time. So there you go. Now the next video, we'll start making some stuff. So wish me luck. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz. The end.